Everybody wants passive income until they realize passive income still involves lifting a 200-pound box labeled fragile this side up while your landlord asks why the garage smells like melted plastic. Today we are ranking machines people import from China to start a home business, the unsexy garage empire arc where your workshop becomes a factory and your boyfriend thinks you joined a cult that worships Alibaba. Spoiler. The cult has tariffs. Here is the thesis in one roast. You do not need a Silicon Valley pitch deck. You need a machine that turns a cheap blank into a higher-priced finished thing, plus a customer who wants that finished thing more than once. Import risk is real. Shipping is chaos. Customs will test your faith. Voltage plugs will gaslight you. But the garage-to-cash pipeline is older than your crypto bag and somehow more honest. Rule 1 before you click buy now. Pick a machine that matches a demand you can sell, not a gadget that looks cool in a TikTok warehouse tour. Embroidery for local sports teams. Keychains for Etsy impulse buyers. Stickers for creators. Soap for gift season. If the only business plan is this machine goes BRRR, congratulations, you just bought a very expensive roommate that also needs spare parts from a seller who stopped answering chat. Custom printing and customization machines are the starter pack for print-on-demand deegans who want inventory they can touch. UV printers, DTF printers, sublimation presses, and heat presses let you slap logos on cups, shirts, phone cases, and random plastic until your garage looks like a mall kiosk exploded. Margins look cute until ink, blanks, warped cups, and returns introduce themselves like unpaid interns. Embroidery machines are the quiet flex. Local teams, work uniforms, hats, patches, grandma gifts that say world best dad in a font that regrets everything. Multi-needle units can eat volume if you have clients. Learning curves will make you cry into bobbin thread at 1 a.m. Once dialed in, it is recurring job energy, not one viral drop and ghost. Laser engravers and cutters are the millennial craftsman fantasy. Wood signs. Acrylic keychains. Leather patches. Tumblers with names misspelled on purpose for comedy. CO2 and diode options live on every import list for a reason. Ventilation matters unless you enjoy the aroma of burnt MDF as a lifestyle brand. Safety is not optional. CNC routers and small machining setups escalate the garage into actual manufacturing cosplay. Signs, furniture parts, aluminum brackets, plastic jigs. Powerful and loud. Neighbors will file emotional support complaints. Capex and tooling eat cash like a black hole with end mills. If you already have buyers and drawings, CNC can print money. Vinyl cutters and plotters are the gateway machine. Signs for local shops. Decals for cars that should not have decals. Wedding stickers. Window graphics. Cheap entry, fast learning, but competition is a cage match because every cousin owns one and undercuts by $3. Differentiation is design and sales, not owning 3D printers. Join the chat yelling maker revolution and then whisper support material. Prototypes, fixtures, spare clips, novelty gizmos, limited merch for a niche Discord. Great for niches. Terrible if you think you will outprint Amazon on price. Treat them as product development tools first and manufacturing tools second unless your niche is weird and sticky. Packaging and sealing gear is the unsexy backbone. Impulse sealers, vacuum sealers, labeling machines, shrink wrap, baggers. Nobody flexes a sealer on Instagram. Everybody who ships food, supplements, or spare parts eventually needs one. Home businesses die in packaging hell more than in product hell. Fix the exit of the factory, not soap, candle, and cosmetic batching tools are gift season weapons. Melters, pourers, mixers, molds, filling machines for lotions and liquids. Smell goods print cash when branding is clean and compliance is not ignored. FDA vibes, labeling laws, and mold contamination will humble you. Snack and food machines tempt every bored uncle. Popcorn, cotton candy, ice cream, chocolate tempering, nut roasting, juice pressing. Events and night markets love them. Your kitchen and health department may not. Start with events and clear local rules before you turn the apartment into a carnival and a biohazard. Heat transfer and apparel finishing gear layers onto printing. Presses, tunnel dryers, screen exposure units for side hustle screen printing. T-shirt empires are overcrowded, but local and B2B still work. Events, schools, companies that need 50 polos by Friday. Speed and key cutting, locksmith adjacent, and small hardware kiosks show up on import lists too. Key duplicators, shoe repair machines, button makers, badge presses. Extremely boring. Extremely local. Extremely dependent on foot traffic or a partner shop. Boring retail services with a machine heart can outperform another dropshipping store. Foam cutting, vacuum forming, and fabrication toys. Open maker services for cosplay, packaging trays, prototypes, and signage. Cool. Niche. You need customers who already want weird shapes. Without demand, you own a sci-fi prop that mini CNC laser combo fantasies and all-in-one Chinese multifunction units market themselves like a Swiss Army knife that also does your taxes. Sometimes they work. Sometimes they are 5 average tools welded into one regret. Read real operator reviews, not the listing photos with a man in a hard hat pointing at a green screen factory. Import logistics will try to end you. Freight forwarders, tariffs, voltage differences, missing parts, manuals translated by a haunted toaster. Budget for transformers, spare spindles, and the first week of troubleshooting. Buy from sellers with parts support. Cheap machine plus dead support equals a garage. Safety and legality are the anti-meme. Fumes, fire risk, electrical loads that make your breaker panel cry, food licenses, cosmetic rules, neighborhood HOA treaties. The algorithm will not save you from a fine. Treat compliance like a feature of the business, not a boss level you skip. The real money pattern is boring. Pick a niche with repeat buyers. Pick a machine that multiplies output for that niche. Sell before you scale machines. Document settings so the business is not stuck in your muscle memory. Price blanks, ink, thread, electricity, returns, and the ugliest shipping week of your life. If unit economics only work on a perfect day with free rent, you have a hobby with a freight bill. One reliable embroidery roster beats 12 dusty machines. So should you import 30 machines from China and become Garage Jeff Bezos overnight? Absolutely not. Should you import one machine matched to a channel you can actually sell into, after freight, power, and safety math? That is the adult version of the TikTok warehouse tour. Machines are leverage. Sales are the game. Shipping is the final boss. The warehouse tour fantasy sells overnight empires. Reality sells setups that survive Tuesday. Start local. Get 10 unpaid customer conversations before the crate arrives. Learn maintenance videos like scripture. And for the love of breakers, check your outlet voltage before the machine becomes a... If this made your garage feel like a startup without the Series A hallucination, smash like it is a clearance sale, subscribe to Plain Money, and comment which machine you would actually buy first. Embroidery. Laser. Heat press. Sealer. Popcorn of destiny. No judgment. Only box knives and tracking numbers. Next time somebody says they need an app to start a business, whisper the sacred words. Brother.